Yo, welcome back to episode 4 of The Real One. Today we got one of the most woke people I know. Stay tuned. Yo, today I'm with...
Trey.
How you been, brother?
Pretty good, man.
I think you're one of the most woke people. What do you think about that?
I mean, I just think myself like a regular person, but I'm just knowledgeable on some things, I guess you could say that. But, I mean, I'm just normal, I guess.
Bro, in my eyes, you know way too much. I always got to kick it off with the icebreaker, bro. Because if people want to know what you're about, you get me?
Mm-hmm, I get you.
Let me ask you this. Would you want to go back in life and relive some memories?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you want to go into the future and see what's going to come?
Nah, I'd rather just go back in time. I don't want to spoil it for myself and just be like, oh, okay, I already know what I'm going to do. I want to expect the unexpected. I'd rather go back and fix some things that I did, and then hopefully it works out where I'm at right now. But yeah, I'd rather just go back in time. I don't want to.
By fix some things, what do you mean? Like
some mistakes that I did, maybe.
Because when I make a mistake, I learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
And it makes you who you are. You get me?
Yeah.
It makes you who you are today.
Yeah, you learn from your failures.
Yeah.
Your failures is who you are.
So when
to me, I think that like, if I'm gonna fix something, it's gonna be something that haunts me. Like one time when I was 7 years old, I had a football game, and I missed this guy. I still think about it. I missed this guy. I didn't tackle him. I pushed him, thinking he was gonna go outside, and he didn't. He stayed in bounds, and he went all the way. And I remember the coach. Coach was going back at me every single day, like, hey, learn how to tackle, not like this guy, not like this guy. And then after that, I was like, damn, like, that really messed me up. But, I mean, that's the only thing I probably want to fix.
So, like, little moments, like in sports type shit? Like, I wish I would have done this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not like some big mistakes to go back and, like, do it all over again.
Nah, it's because you learn from your mistakes. You learn not to do what you did because it was wrong.
Yeah.
You get me? Mm-hmm. But, I mean, to me, it's more of, like, event stuff like football, or like if I slipped up on a word when I was in theater at one point, which I wasn't, right? But I'm giving you an example. Or stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to fix stuff that you wouldn't want to because you want to learn. Like you want to learn. That's life, dude. Like,
you have to.
You want to learn. Yeah.
You can't live without failure, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta fail in life, and you can. I've said this before, that in life you never lose. You always win, because even if you fail, you learn from that experience that you failed.
No, yeah.
And so you'll never do that, that thing again.
Yeah, and what I think when it comes to failing, I think like you're kind of winning in a sense, because all those failures add up to a win. Because like if you're gonna fail over and over and over and over and over again, you're gonna keep learning, like how we just said. And eventually you're gonna learn from all those mistakes, add them all together, and just like, okay, I'm not gonna go this path. I'm gonna go this way, because I already went different routes over and over and over again, but I never tried this one. So this only one can be the path to like, this is my success route. You get me? But I mean, it's all up to you. It depends on you whether or not you want to do it or not, because you can just dwell in the past and keep living in the past, and you're never gonna want to do what you actually want to do.
Never gonna get anywhere, bro.
Yeah, you're not gonna go anywhere. People who dwell in the past are the ones who never go anywhere. They're the ones who want to live in the moment because that was the greatest moment in their life. When they never want to actually see what else they could do.
Yes.
You know? Like people who are in high school, right? And they graduate. We graduated, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
I know people
2019,
yeah. I know about people who talk about high school still. Like, dude, like, don't dwell in the past. Like, you need to grow up and actually do something with your life. Like, yeah, maybe high school was your peak, but you don't know what else moment, or like, let's say you go to college, my bad. Yeah. You graduate, boom, you get a job, you get a family, you get kids. You're peaking right there, and you don't even know it, because when you have a family, that's one of the best moments of your life. You get me? But people think high school, girlfriends, or whatever, all that stuff is
the drama.
Yeah, like that's dumb to me. Like, just move on, dude. Like, you need to move on. Like, stop talking about drama that people are not even thinking about. You get me? Like, it's dumb.
Yeah, I don't get why people at such a young age like that. We have so much time, you get me? So even if you make a mistake, it won't even matter, because you'll be able to make up for it.
I get you.
And like the basic the basic life of a human being. It's go to school, go to college, get your degree, work, have a family, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's the problem with people too. Some people think they have to go to college.
That's their mentality,
Yeah,
bro.
because that's what I guess you could say the government thinks,
Yeah,
that to be successful you have to be in college and actually get a degree, and that piece of paper says, oh, this person's knowledgeable, you can actually do something with your life.
Yeah.
Or if someone who doesn't have a paper, they say he's a lowlife, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But take for example Bill Gates, he doesn't have a college degree.
Yeah. Most successful people, like believe it or not all of them went to college to be where they're at.
You have to be smart on what you're doing. Sometimes you're smarter than college itself, and people don't even want to realize that because they say, okay, everyone said college is the right way, I'm gonna go that way too.
Yeah.
When that's not your path.
Yeah, like you don't have to go to you don't need college to be successful.
Mm-mm.
And with that being said, while we have the time right now of being young,
Mm-hmm.
we have so much time, bro.
Oh yeah, that we need to take advantage of it too.
We have so much time.
Because once you start paying bills, mortgages, all that stuff,
yeah.
you're gonna think back in time, thinking at these moments. Like, let's say I'm 29 years old and I have
Mhm.
bills and I have a family. I'm gonna look back when I'm 19 and I'm gonna think, why didn't I do that when I had the time? I could have done that, or I could have done
yeah,
this.
yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro.
I mean,
Even with this podcast, I've said earlier, I've always thought of making a podcast for like years, right?
yeah.
Like 2 years ago, I was already thinking, because I've always wanted to be a voice in sports.
What stopped you? Right, I'm gonna stop you right there. What
From
stopped
2 years ago?
you? Yeah, what didn't make you just do it right away?
That's the thing, bro. I didn't have the mindset of I'm wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know why I did not start back then. And you got me there. You actually got me there. I don't know why I didn't start right
Yeah,
there.
it's
Because only I'm stopping myself from doing this. No one else is stopping me. I can.
Mhm, exactly.
I could have started this way long ago, and who knows where I would have been right now. You get me?
Yeah. And that's the problem with people. They listen to too many people around them, and
Yeah.
that stops them from doing their dreams
Yeah,
or
true.
anything like that. I mean, like the moment you stop listening to people is when you're actually gonna start being your real self,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna actually discover your real path, and you're gonna be like, okay, like
This is
these
what I wanna
people,
do.
yeah, these people don't mean anything to me. Like, you need to realize yourself. Like high school, back to high school, what I just said. It was everything to everybody. You had
Yeah.
friends, drama, everything, and it was just like a whole everyday thing. You saw everyone every day, and then when you graduated, you're there like, what now?
Mm-hmm.
But then you still want to hang out with these people and whatever, but they're either holding you back or telling you, nah, that's dumb, don't do that.
Mhm, yeah.
When in reality, they're just holding you back.
You have to move on from bad influences from when you were younger, and maybe because in life you need to make more. You need more connections in life.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean, take something from each person that you're meeting. You get me?
No,
Most successful people, they get something from someone else and they add it to their, whether it be like their whatever
Their
they're
process.
doing. Yes.
And I agree with you. That you have to surround yourself with people who are great minded and have the same like
Mentality,
mindset.
yeah.
The mindset is what you have, and after that, you're gonna say, okay, these are my people. The people
Mhm.
that I hang out with are just no one to me now. Like, you need to find your path and say, you know what, this is where I need to go. Like, these people are it. You know,
Do what you want to do, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's, you have to, because if not, you're gonna be stuck in a ghost mode. You're gonna be
Yeah.
just going around like how people are right now. Work 9 to 5, go back, and then you're done. Back to
Yeah.
home and repeat the next day. You get me?
Because in my opinion, I don't understand why colleges take money from you, bro. I don't get why you need to pay in order to go to college to get an education.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that should be free.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree with you because college is expensive. Even
Bro.
community colleges,
Yes.
dude. I mean, like,
And not only pay for the classes, the books, everything else that comes with that.
yeah, like I was reading something the other day because I like to read. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I do. The government literally constructs everything to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really think about it, America isn't the greatest country in the world. It's not. It's like, it's probably the worst, or not
Yeah.
worst, but one of them. Because if you really think about it, the government constructs the military and school to be the same way. You have to be in a straight line. You have to sit in order. You have to raise your hand to be called on. You have to wait to be spoken to, and then you have to speak after that. I mean, it's constructed the same way, and people don't realize it because since you're in elementary all the way to college even, well, college you're kind of free, but all the way to high school, that's what their whole construction of elementary, middle school, and high school is. You have to be this way, and you can't talk over the teacher. Just like a sergeant in the military. You can't talk over him. That's disrespectful. You see how I'm saying? Like, everything's connected in some way. Like, they made everything the same way. When they say, America's the greatest country in the world. You get me? But it's not. Like, Iceland, Turkey, all those other people, they're doing way better educational levels than we are. Because, I mean, they don't even believe in homework. And yet, we're full of homework over here. Like, I mean, you're just messing up the kid at the end of the day because there's too much information that... And as a matter of fact, a high school student has the same mental state when it comes to anxiety, stress, depression, anything like that. It has the same levels of that as someone did in the 1920s in a mental institution.
I think I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, and it's because technology, dude. Like, technology is the only thing messing us up. And I mean, I'm guilty because, I use my phone.
No, everyone does.
Yeah, and, like, the thing about that is we're getting consumed with so much information in one day. Think about it. Like, if you learn about history stuff one time, just because you search it up, it's right in front of your face. You search it on Google, it's right there. You get me? You search, and then that same day, you're learning, like, oh, my girlfriend cheated on me or something. Right? Or, and then right after that, you're seeing on Twitter a bunch of, like, politics stuff or anything like that. But back then, you learn stuff slowly but surely. Like, back then, you had to go to the library.
You would actually learn it from someone else.
Yeah, and then, like, if you wanted to learn it yourself, you would go to the library, go and look for the book that you wanted, and actually read every single page until you actually see what's there that you want to read. But now, what did I just say? You had, like, Google, boom, it's right there. So I think technology is messing us up because there's too information coming right at us at one day.
And technology is only gonna advance even more and more and more. What do you think can come out of technology as it expands into, like, this big thing? I
mean, to me, if you're having your kid use a tablet at like 3-4 years old, you're not letting him live his childhood.
Times are way different today.
Yeah, like back then I didn't have that. I mean, what we used to do, we used to go outside and play, right? Go outside and play and do all these things because, I mean, my parents told me, like, hey, you can have a tablet, like, you're too small for that. But now, like, if you're 2 or 3,
that's the first thing they give you.
That's the first thing they give you, just to shut up and whatever, just to make you be quiet. And that's the only thing that's bad. Like, you want the kid to express his whole feelings and stuff and let him find and discover his true self, but yet you're putting him on a tablet and just like, here, watch this Shark Tale videos or whatever those things they have now. But that's the only thing that's messing up kids nowadays because they're just getting consumed with too many things, dude.
But at the same time, technology can be good or bad.
No, yeah, it's good.
It's what you make of it.
Yeah, like, educational-wise, shit. I mean, we're going through the roof, dude. Like, like, tests nowadays, like, back then it was tax. You remember that?
Yeah, the tax.
If you compare the tax test to the STAR test now, there's a big difference of how hard the STAR is compared to the tax. I mean, and then back then, before the tax, it was TOS. It was called TOS. And it's just, everything's getting harder and harder and harder. And the only reason is because we want to become intelligent. We want everyone to be intelligent. But, I mean, some people aren't good at their mindset. Like, they're good with their hands. Not good with books. And street smart, book smart are two different things.
Everyone's different, bro.
Everyone's different.
And, like, you know how they say, when am I ever going to use the Pythagorean theorem, or what's it called?
Oh, the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah, like, when am I ever going to use that in real life? You get me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're only going to use it if you're going to teach it.
Yes.
Or if you're a professor. And if, by all means, if you're going to do that, go ahead. But, I mean, they should construct education to be different. Like, if you want to do this, okay, go to this place or go to this place.
This block for each.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to tell everyone, like, here's a book. And that's the thing. Everyone says, like, okay, like, you might say I'm smart.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm smart. I'm good at memorizing stuff. Like, if you give me 75 definitions, I'm going to memorize those by Sunday, right, to take a test. But that's because I'm good at memorizing. Doesn't mean I'm smart. Smart, to me, meaning I developed something. I invented something. Or I did a theory of something that everyone now says, oh, my God, like, he did this. Let's follow it now. Yeah. That's smart. But memorizing stuff isn't smart. There's a big difference.
Because I always thought school teaching the students more about, like, taxes or, like, starting up a business or, like, you know, different opportunities for people for like the kids to grow.
Yeah, no, I get you.
They said you're our future, but I mean, learning numbers and shit like history. I mean, you can learn some things about the history, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like numbers and stuff like that.
No, like same thing, dude. Like they're teaching us stuff that's always been there. Like teach us stuff that we actually need to know in the real world, because that's what we need. Like don't be teaching about 1767 this thing happened or whatever. Like that's the past. I mean, yeah, it's important to learn, but like this is now. This is the present.
Yeah.
Like we need to go and attack what's happening now. And like taxes, I don't even have a clue. Well, I mean, yeah, I do, right? But when I was in high school,
No, honestly, I don't even have a clue of what tax
like
when
credit
I have
or
to
anything like that. No,
like that, bro.
I mean, that's the thing. Like I learn more on Twitter.
You learn more by yourself, bro.
Yeah, than I do when teachers teach me whatever they have to do. But I mean, I don't learn anything out of it. I mean, what do I learn? I learn a certain amount of things in a week, and then the next week's a different genre. Like you just have to keep learning and learning and learning. We don't actually take the time and actually pay attention and learn it's in and out of it and actually say, okay, I know this, I know that. No, we just learn what they give us, and after that, take the test. If you don't pass, that means you didn't know it, but they didn't even give us time to actually say, oh, okay, like you have time to take it. You have 2 weeks to take the test. That's not enough time to learn a subject.
Yeah, like you're saying, school isn't even about learning anymore. It's about passing, bro.
Yeah, they put a test in front of you and say, okay, if you don't pass this test at the end of the year, you're not going to move on to the next grade. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense, yeah.
And, I mean, that's how it is now. I mean, back then, there was no test at the end of the year. There was just, you went to school, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and that was it. That's basically what happened back then. But, I don't know, things are different now.
Facts, bro. And in life, it's a book.
Yeah.
You have different chapters of your life. Mm-hmm. What's your book gonna look like at the end when it's closed?
So afterlife.
You know what I'm saying?
The afterlife, you mean?
Okay, you want to talk about like after the book is closed?
Yeah, like completely closed.
Right now I'm saying different parts of the book. There's different chapters, you know.
Uh-huh.
You got to make the most out of your life when you're young.
Yeah.
So you can learn from that and then keep it, you know. But if you want to talk about the afterlife, bro, we can talk about that. What do you think about the afterlife?
A lot of people have different mindsets on it. I mean, to me, I know we go somewhere, but...
You believe in heaven or hell?
I believe in heaven and hell, yeah. But, I mean, people call it heaven, but is it really called heaven? Like, I always said, yeah, it's heaven, yeah, whatever. But
you believe in God, the heavens above?
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. But when it comes to, like, the Bible and stuff, I mean, I don't really want to touch into details with that one because, I mean, it's been rewritten, like,
so many times,
and we don't actually know what the real one is or where it's at, or the real one isn't even in English. It's in, I don't know what language. But I believe in God, and I do know we go somewhere, and I know that's our real home. And people call it heaven. Yeah, we can call it heaven, but I see it as like just going home, like
paradise.
Like, fuck this place.
You know how they say paradise?
Yeah, it's paradise. I mean, yeah, I mean.
And you know how they say no one's ever came back from the dead because it's so beautiful up there.
Yeah. Well, people have died and come back to life, but a lot of them.
What?
Yeah, for a matter of fact, dude, this is on God. All right, I have a cousin or a tío, I don't know what he is, but he's died 3 times and has come back to life. And this is facts. And you'll ask him, like, hey, what'd you see? He won't tell you.
But what do you mean died? Like he died in...
Yeah, like he was flatlined.
In the same body he came back.
Yeah, he came back 3 times, and he just says that he doesn't want to talk about it or this and this and that, but it's nor a happy like way he's saying it or like a sad or scared way he's saying it. It's just like, I don't want to talk about it. It's just kind of like, whatever. You get me? Yeah. And there's also people out there. You ever seen the movie Heaven is for Real?
No, I haven't.
It's about a little boy, right, who died and he went to heaven supposedly. True story, right? Years later, that same boy comes out saying, that wasn't true. I lied. So they made a whole movie and it was just a lie. So, I mean, some people do go and see stuff, but some people say they do it just for publicity. You get me? And that's what I don't know, because, I mean, I like to think there's a heaven. Yeah. And I like to think that we're going to go places.
Yeah, know? I do believe there's something beautiful when you die. But now let me ask you this. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. As a matter of fact, there was a boy, baseball player. I think he was 3 years old, maybe, and He was
is this the Babe Ruth
yes.
story?
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Yeah,
Go
that was
ahead and say,
crazy.
yeah.
I don't know exactly what player he said that he was or whatever, but he went to a baseball game and he saw a poster of Babe Ruth, and he's like, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I hate that guy. I hate that guy. The mom didn't know what was going on. She was like, how do you know that guy? You get me? And long story short, they did a little investigation. They did a little homework, and they found out that Babe Ruth's teammate was, I don't remember the guy's name.
Joe.
Yeah, and that little boy was supposedly him, because him and that guy, Babe Ruth and his teammate, they were best friends. But at one point, I don't know what happened. They had beef after that, and they just separated. And he would say, I hate that guy, just like how the little boy was saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do believe in reincarnation. You have to. I mean, anything's possible.
Anything, yeah.
Like parallel universes, the space where we have no idea where the end is at.
Underwater, you don't know what's underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be open-minded, bro.
Yeah, like the Mediterranean, what is it? The little hole that's so deep.
Oh yeah.
And that we've only gotten so far,
and
that we've only discovered 75% of the ocean.
No, like 5%.
Oh, 5%.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. But like, damn, dude, I mean that's scary knowing like what's down there. Like I get scared when I'm at the beach and I'm just there and like and I don't see what's right there, but I can still say like, okay, at least I'm like a foot deep. I don't like anything that touches my foot. I'm gone. Like I don't like it. But yeah, like parallel universes too. Like that's crazy. Like I remember my philosophy teacher was talking about life, right? And I don't know how I went to parallel universes, but he was just saying like, I believe there's a parallel universe that our genders are switched.
So we're females.
Yeah, like right now we're talking on the podcast, but in a different universe.
Oh yeah. I've heard that too.
And we're girls. And anybody that's a girl is a boy.
Yeah.
They just switch, but it's because anything's possible, bro. Like anything that you can think of is pretty much true, if you want to believe it's true.
Like even manifestation, bro. Like, let's say you're thinking about someone, and you're like, nah, I don't want to see him for like a few days, because it's happened to me, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to many other people. Like you're thinking about someone, and you're like, I don't want to see him, and then let's say you go to like a Walmart, a Target, and they're there, bro.
Same thing that's a perfect example. Like let's say you're at a club and you don't want to be seen by someone, but you keep staring at them. Eventually, they're gonna stare right back at you.
Yeah.
Like you just have to avoid the obvious and just go on with your day. Like don't try to think about something that's not important. You get me?
Yeah. I also believe in reincarnation when it comes to, because I'm really open-minded, so I'm open to like learning theories and shit. So there's a theory that, you know, when you die, you see a light at the end. Like you see a light, they say, right? They say, because honestly, no one knows. That's what they say though. You see a light, and supposedly that's the light at a hospital. You've heard this, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, you see the light at the hospital, and then when you come out the womb, you come out crying. Why do they come out crying? Because they remember everything that's happened in their past life, and that's why they're crying. And then from the ages 1 to 3, do you remember anything that happened from 1 to 3?
Nah, I think the only thing I remember was when it snowed. Remember when it snowed 2004 or something like that? I think that you don't remember that? No? I think that was the only time it ever snowed here in Texas.
But for the most part, like you don't know anything that happened, right?
Yeah, no, I don't. And there's actually some people who do. You know that?
Yeah.
Some people have like not 100% of their memory, but like they have like, people can see a pic. Like if I see this journal right here, I can memorize every single thing after I looked away, and weeks after, years later, whatever, I can look back, close my eyes, and I can see that exact print.
Yeah.
And it's actually, people have that. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called photo memory.
Oh yeah.
And photogenic memory or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I mean, people have that, and then they use it to their knowledge, and when it comes to tests, it's perfect for them because they like remember the chalkboard, and then they just like, oh, this was there. They
take a picture with your brain.
Yeah, it's like a picture. It's exactly like that, a picture. And then some people actually say that it hurts them because stuff that they want to forget, they can't.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck in their head.
Well, at least for me, I know for sure I have no idea what happened between ages 1 to like at least 5. Like I dead ass have no idea. Like nothing would happen. like it's literally blank.
Yeah.
And the reason that happens, they say, is because like your old memories are like, they're going.
Yeah, I get you.
And then like was when you're when you actually start to remember stuff, that's because it's in your life.
Yeah.
And that's when deja vu happens. They say that's the reason that deja vu happens. Also, we've talked about this a little bit. That you remember stuff from like your past life.
Yeah.
Have you ever had deja vu?
I've heard of deja vu or something along the lines that if you have a birthmark or something like that, that's how you died from your past life.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was the first time. Like, I think I'm the first one. I don't think I was ever born before.
Nah, no way. Bro.
Yeah, I feel like I was because I don't have any birthmarks. I don't have anything. And now that I have a scar now, I didn't die from it.
But you don't, like, it's not like you couldn't just be a person. Like you could have been an animal. You could have been anything.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, if you're going to say
could
it
have
like
been,
that, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I get you.
And they also, I heard this on Jumpers Jump, shout out them, that Chihuahuas, you know how they're so aggressive and shit?
Yeah.
That supposedly there were serial killers in their past life, bro. Like shit like that, like that shit's crazy, right? It's so stupid, bro, when you think about it. But, what the fuck out of that? But yeah, I've heard about the like birthmarks and shit. That's the reason. That's how you died in your. Like I remember a story where this guy had like a big birthmark right here.
Yeah.
And he says he remembers someone hitting him with
oh fuck.
like a machete.
Yeah.
Like he hit him right in the forehead.
Yeah.
He said he remembers, and that's why he has that scar here. But it happened in his past life.
Damn.
Yeah, like, there's some crazy stories, bro.
Okay, we're talking about that. Then, do you think that after saying this, do you think there is an afterlife, or do you think we're just reborn over and over and over and over and over again?
Nah, I think we are reborn over and over.
Think so? Instead of going to heaven and stuff, you think we're just like after this, I'm gonna become a dog or something?
But that's just my opinion. And even when I was little, I remember when someone would die, and then like I'll see, let's say a little, what's it called, like a little grasshopper. Okay. My friends would be like, look, there's your this, and like that's your family member. You know? I don't know why they would tell me that.
Superstition, bro.
But I'll believe it. You get me?
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, come here, and I'll pick it up and shit. Or like when you see a star, you're like, you look, that's your family member. Did your parents ever do that?
Yeah. I remember my dad would talk about how, like, he was a lion or something like that when he was before. And I was like, why? He was like, it's because I just don't care. Like, I just don't care. And like, he would say stuff like that. And I would say, like, what would I have been? And of course, he's my dad, right? He's going to belittle me. He's going to be like, oh, you were just a little dog or whatever. But yeah, I do believe in all that stuff. I mean, you have to be open-minded when it comes to everything. Because, I mean, we know stuff because we're told stuff. Mm-hmm. But is it true? You get me? Mm-hmm. Like, everything is just said because one person said it. Like, why do we call a door? Because we listened to someone and said, okay, that's the real world. That's the real word for it? Okay, we'll call it a door. Okay. You get me? Everything is because we're taught stuff. You get me? But, yeah.
And those people that want to switch it up, let's say they want to make their own version of it.
Yeah. Like new words. Like, rappers are coming out with new words that, I mean, I guess they have a meaning to it and people are going along with it, but...
And then more people get it, and then it becomes like a trend.
Yeah, exactly. Like big old doinks. You remember that one? It was like a joint or a blunt, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like this Amish guy. It was like an original video. I don't even remember it. And he would just say, out here in Amish, smoking big old doinks.
And then
like,
it caught on.
And now everyone says big old doinks. You get me? And like, it's just something happens once. People think it's cool, and it just goes on from there.
And like a doink is, do you smoke it?
Yeah, it's like a joint. Think of a doink as a joint. It's the same thing.
Okay, so we've talked about this before also, the DMT drug. I want to get your opinion on it. I always want to ask anyone that comes here about DMT because...
Like, would I take it or would I think of it?
Okay, first, would you take it?
Never.
You would never take it?
No. Because it's crazy the fact that we're on a podcast right now, right? And maybe 10 seconds from now, I wake up and I'm in a DMT trip and I don't even know. That's how scary.
Oh, like you're saying, what if we're in a trip right now?
Yeah, like right now, you could be in a DMT trip and you wouldn't even know. People watching this may be in a DMT trip and they wouldn't even know. You get me? It's crazy to think that it's like you don't even know what real life is. Because I remember this guy, he's a comedian. I don't remember his name. He went into a DMT trip. It's only, 15, 30 minutes, I heard, somewhere between there. Yeah. But DMT time is different than real life time. So this guy said that he was living underwater as a fish had a job underwater, had a family underwater, right? And then that he remembers at one point that he was there for years, he said, or I think it was months, I don't know. But he said that he saw a hand on the shore and he swam up to it. And right when he reached the shore, he woke up and came back to where he was at and realized, oh shit, I was just on a DMT trip. You get me? Like, it's sketchy, dude.
A fish,
yeah,
bro.
you have to be careful with that. I wouldn't take it. I think that's crazy. No
But
way.
it's not like you're gonna die if you take
No,
it.
yeah, you won't die, but the fact that I'm gonna be living a whole different life maybe is just, it's too scary for me.
I would want to take it low key because like you never know what could happen, bro. Like if my life is not at risk if I take it, like why not? So you can experience it.
Oh yeah, I get you. I mean, a lot of drugs are illegal,
Yeah.
but I don't understand why marijuana is illegal. In some states,
Yeah.
especially in Texas, like Colorado, California, all those states, it's legal, but here it's not. I mean, CBD is, but
For medical purposes, no?
yeah, medical purposes. But I mean, what harm does it do? I mean, alcohol has killed more people than it has. Marijuana has killed 0 people.
Yeah.
You get me? But I mean, that's just my opinion on that stuff.
Could you imagine like if you go on a DMT trip, what you can learn from being in that trip?
Yeah, no, going back to that, yeah, some people have done it and they've learned like so many things in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes, they're there for years. And I remember this guy does it on purpose to learn, like, okay, if I want to learn the whole concept of algebra, he learned it in 6 years, but he was only there for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You get me? They do it on purpose so they can learn so much in so little time. And when they come back, they still have that knowledge.
Yeah.
So they're back and they're like, oh, like, I know this, I know that. You get me?
I don't know where I read this that you can only 5% of your brain functions. It doesn't function, right? But like that's the only part that
We only have 5% unlocked.
Yes, like something like that, right?
Yeah, and in the movie Lucy, or was it Lucy?
I haven't seen that Lucy.
It's a girl who unlocked like 100% of her brain, and she sees everything in and out.
Oh yeah.
And she goes to like, she can teleport and she can read your mind. She can do everything because she has 100% locked. But I mean,
I feel like that's what drugs can do. Like they can open up your brain. You get
that's
me?
why it's illegal. They don't want you to see what the real picture is because they want you to be in this little, I guess, sanctuary.
You,
yeah, it's just everything's controlled now. I mean, you don't know what's real. I mean, everyone works 9 to 5 jobs, but that's because they want you to work 9 to 5 jobs.
Yeah.
You get me? But
it's like dogs. You know how they see stuff that we can't see.
yeah, the dogs see spirits, ghosts.
They can see ghosts, right?
Yeah,
they say, and we can see shit like dogs can't. Like with bats, they say they can see sonar waves, right? Or like dolphins. How do they communicate with the?
Oh, the sound,
like sound waves.
Yeah.
Like we can see sound waves, but we can't.
Like cheetahs too, they have night vision. Did you know that? Yeah, night vision. They have night vision when they go hunting at night. That's the only reason they hunt at night. Yeah, it's crazy. And I think bats also too have night vision.
Yeah. Like they have different stuff that we can't.
Yeah, and then like it's drugs do make you like see stuff that you wouldn't have seen if you're sober, or maybe drugs make you sober and we just call this sober.
Yeah,
you get me?
yeah.
Like it's weird if you really think about it.
Yeah, bro, and the fact that there's like so many different drugs that have different effects on people.
Yeah, like there's one that's super crazy. It's crocodile. You ever heard of that one?
No, I haven't heard about it.
People do it for like, I guess it's like an awesome high, but there's consequences at the end. It eats your skin. Like you're literally becoming a zombie from the inside out. And I remember there was people, I think it was in Russia, where it was coming from, or I don't know, I'll probably be wrong, but people just do it for the high. But
like you can die or
yeah,
what?
you get fucked up. I mean, I don't think you can die, but your skin just turns scaly, scabs everywhere. Yeah, it's nasty, dude. And then like crack cocaine too. Like people smoke that, and then like they have powers.
Yeah.
You get me? And
yeah, I've seen like you see those videos where they be like they're backflipping, like
Yeah.
doing all this crazy shit.
there was a drug. I don't know what it was. It was in Florida when the guy ate that guy's face.
Oh yeah, I remember. I don't remember like what actually happened though.
I don't know what drug he was on. It was he was on bath salts.
Yeah.
And bath salts gives you like this extreme strength. Like you're just
Wait,
crazy.
what's that? What's bath salts?
Bath salts is like chemicals, like toilet chemicals, like what you clean your toilet with.
Yeah.
They use that stuff in that, but they mix it with other stuff. I don't know what it really is, but they take it and you become like this Superman of a man. Like you're crazy. And then in Florida, the guy ate the guy's face, and he got shot right after that like 20 times and never went down. So eventually, I mean, bullets are gonna kill you, right?
Yeah.
But like at the moment, all of that adrenaline,
Yeah.
he was going crazy. But I mean, drugs give you some stuff that you wouldn't want, cause.
Okay, so you know how we all started with, they say we started with apes, right? We were like some type of monkey.
Yeah, evolution.
I don't want to say Bigfoot, but we were some type, right? Like some shit like that.
Yeah, we're apes.
How the fuck did we turn from monkeys into like what we are right now? And I saw somewhere that it was because of some kind of drug. I don't know what drug or anything, like I don't know what drug it was, but they said when we were monkeys or whatever we were, we took a drug and that's why we're humans, or like, cause there's no way. How do we turn from a monkey to a human, bro?
I think that's a lie. Cause how the hell do apes find a drug? You get me? How can they make a drug? I mean, I don't know.
Cause I remember you were saying something about a frog, or
Oh, the frog's poison the back of its the back of its back.
Yeah.
If you smoke that, you see stuff that's like crazy. I remember Mike Tyson even talked about it, that he smoked it. That you just see like how the Egyptians made the pyramids, or like what inspired the Egyptians, stuff like that. Like it's just crazy. And Indians started that because he said that they saw a squirrel bite the back of that toad or frog, and it looked like it died.
The frog looked like it died?
No, the squirrel looked like it died, came back to life and just ran off. So the Indians said, I guess it's not deadly. So they started doing it, and then after that, and also Indians also started doing what's that? That plant? It's peyote. That stuff is crazy. You see, like you go into the spirit world in a sense. Yeah. You see stuff that others wouldn't see, like ghosts. You see maybe your ancestors, and Native Americans would do it just so they can seek for answers and stuff like that. You get me?
I mean, that's so crazy how from monkeys into humans, and then from now into like technology and like, you know, like where did all this stuff come from? No, it makes you think, bro.
Yeah, it makes you think a lot. Because how do we go from building huts out of mud to construction, architecture, all that stuff, and like all they do that out of blueprints, technology, all that stuff. And it's crazy to think how technology in the 90s wasn't taken seriously, and now that we're here in the 21st century,
that's like the first thing.
That's the first thing we know. Like how we just said when we were born. And like Jeff Bezos also.
That's like the richest man, the Amazon guy, no?
Yeah, they made fun of him about Amazon. They said, hey, like Amazon, like internet, like what's that? Like, you're wasting your time. And he basically said, okay, like whatever, I don't care about what you say. And Amazon's the biggest thing in the world, and he's the richest man in the world. You get me? It makes you think. And he's the one who said, like, I'm gonna make the world adapt to a different place. I'm gonna adapt. We're gonna use technology now because we need to become smarter. Like he was one of the first people to say, hey, Amazon technology, this is what we're gonna start using to buy stuff and all that stuff. It's weird, like how it started from now, like how us humans, how we adapted
into this, what we are now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like adaptation is like it's still happening right now as we speak. Like even yourself right now, you're adapting because of anything you learned or something like that. You just learn.
I feel like we haven't even hit like what's like the top of where like we can reach with technology, bro.
Yeah, no.
Because you know like how they say flying cars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, with Elon Musk.
Yeah, with Elon Musk, bro. Yeah, especially that guy, bro. Like, wasn't he the one that said he wanted to chip people or something like that? Or wasn't him?
Maybe. But I know he's kind of too smart for us.
Yeah.
SpaceX.
Can you imagine how much it would cost for a flying car? It'll have to be like someone like with the amount of money that he has. You get me?
I mean, think about it. He already developed a car that drives itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
So he's not far from a flying car. You get me? And like Back to the Future. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
And how they had a flying car and then they
Yeah,
go into the
yeah.
future. I wouldn't doubt it would become like that eventually.
I go
Maybe-
back to the predictive programming I was talking about. But yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I always think to myself, like, if someone from the 1920s saw us now, they'd be freaked out.
Yeah.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the same way we're gonna be maybe like 100 years from now.
Exactly.
Bro, it's gonna be way different.
Mm-hmm.
Like way different, bro.
Like our grandkids, like it's funny to think this too. Like the more we get older, the more that people are just gonna forget your name. Like
Yeah.
our great grandkid, I don't know who we are.
No.
You get me?
Yeah.
So they will be so advanced in technology, and they're gonna think back like how were they doing it? You get me? They only had a phone. You get me?
I feel like people like Elon Musk and these like smart ass people that like they get put on Earth for a reason, bro.
Oh yeah, they want us to. They're put here to open our minds, to make us be like, oh, he can do it. He made it possible. He made the.
Why not like us think about something like
Yeah,
that?
you make the unknown known.
Yeah,
You get me?
yeah. What's stopping you from being the next Elon Musk, or like what's stopping you from making the next big creation of, you know?
Yeah, like Elon Musk's story is weird. He was poor, dude.
Yeah.
He made parties in his little apartment just to make money.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. How he's just the richest man now. Also,
Can't wait to see what the future holds, bro.
it's gonna be a crazy ride.
Yo, that's when episode 4 gassed me up, man. Shout out Trey for pulling up.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was fun, bro.
Hey, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and if y'all wanted to hit on a subject, man, leave it down below. Make sure y'all turn on those notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.